All right, welcome. So, movement is what your body needs. So, quickly before we actually start the video, I want you all to go down to the description and click that first link, and then you can join that free community at the top. And if you're interested, you can scroll down and you can check out my coaching program, and I have an ebook up there you can also buy if you're interested. But yeah, go and join that first link at the very least. Go up and join that free community. You'll be able to work with me one-on-one in that community. You can DM me and you can talk to me and ask me questions there. But yeah, so movement is what your body needs, right? So first thing, I just want to talk about how our bodies are actually made, because I feel like if everyone could understand the nature of the human organism and how it's designed and how it's built, we would really emphasize movement in our day-to-day. We would really emphasize our fitness. We would emphasize our training, our training and our development physically, but we'd also really emphasize getting off our asses, right? Not working on our ass all day, not sitting down all day. And I am a fucking hypocrite because I'm sitting in my chair right now while I'm making this video. But this is my job, is sitting at a desk and working on my computer, and this is how it is for a lot of people nowadays, right? And so if we're all sitting down like this, and I'm going to explain why it's so damaging for our bodies, right? So I'm going to talk about why it's a problem. But really just the nature of sitting all day, the nature of sitting down for the majority of your day or for a good chunk of your day is just, it's all around not good for us, right? It's very detrimental for our physical health. It's even worse for our mental health, right? So I'll talk about all this in a second, but when we understand how our bodies actually work, we'll understand the importance of moving consistently, right? So like an example for me, I'm working right now on creating a new setup for my recording, for my coaching calls, everything. So what I'm going to do is I actually have a standing desk. I bought a standing desk just to set it up in my new office. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record all of my videos standing up. And you'll see this very soon when I transition my setup. But all of my videos are going to be recorded standing up. A, because I think better. B, because I have more freedom to like move around and talk. And C, just because standing, especially when I'm working for hours at a time, standing is way, way, way better for your body than it is to be sitting down the whole time, right? Okay, so how our bodies are made. Running, jumping, and climbing, right? So as human beings, our bodies are built for running, jumping, and climbing. Our bodies are built for movement. They're built to run long distances. They're built to run fast over those long distances, and they're built to sustain energy while moving that entire time throughout running that long distance, right? So our bodies are created and designed perfectly to be able to run, to jump, and to climb, and to move around, right? They are made for movement. They are made to lift heavy things. They are made, like our muscles are built to lift. Our muscles are built to push, right? Our bodies, like our entire human organism, is designed so that we can be optimized for running, right? We are designed to be good and very, very skilled and proficient at running, right? The way our body's designed actually makes running very easy for us, very simple for us, right? We don't have to expend as much energy running as other animals would, right? Because our bodies are built to optimize for this, right? Our bodies are built to optimize for running and moving and like I said, jumping and climbing, right? So I use those three examples, right? Running, jumping, and climbing, because these are the three basic movements, right? These are the three basic functions of traversing an environment, right? So as early humans, we adapted and evolved to be able to handle the wilderness. We evolved to be able to climb things, right? Climb trees, climb big rocks. If we were trying to like let's say we were traveling and there's just a giant fucking mountain in our way, right? Where are we gonna go, right? We're not about to turn backwards and just run all the way back. So we're gonna climb over it. Our bodies are built to be able to overcome all of these challenges as we face them, right? Let's say there's a predator behind us. Our bodies are designed to be able to run as fast as possible and sustain that for a long period of time, right? So if our bodies are built for movement like this, right? If our bodies are built to be constantly moving, then what is it doing to us to be sitting down all day? What is it actually doing to our bodies to be sitting in a chair all day long, right? And from my personal experience, right, sitting down all day is painful, right? Not in the moment, but when we are doing it consistently for the majority of our lives, at a certain point, you start to get back pain, right? You're like, for me, I can feel this right now, right? I'm hunched over, right? My body is like curled forwards, right? So you end up becoming hunched over and almost like curling yourself inwards, right? I've noticed one thing that happens is my head constantly wants to come down, right? And when your head is down, you perceive yourself as lower, right? And so your energy becomes lower. You lose confidence. You lose the ability to really breathe fully and be fully open to the world around you, right? You close yourself off because your body language is closing itself off, right? And so this is just one example of sitting down and becoming like almost stagnant in sitting. But also it's just bad for our bodies because our bodies are made to move, right? Our bodies are made to be growing, to be constantly evolving, right? Our bodies are made to be challenged, right? That's why the gym is so nice for a lot of people. People really enjoy the gym because it is a way to break down the body and then it rebuilds itself. And this is what our body is made for, right? Our body isn't made for lifting weights for the sake of being able to lift heavy things, right? Our bodies are adapted to be able to break down, right? Be broken down through trial and error, right? Not trial and error, sorry. Challenge, right? Broken down through challenge, through either a heavy weight or a long run, being broken down and then rebuilt, right? So this process of constant growth, of constantly breaking the body down and then rebuilding it back up, right? This is our natural state, evolution, right? This is how our bodies are made to work. But when we are not moving, when we are not growing, when we are not evolving, right, our body is actually dying. It's doing the opposite. So our body begins dying, right? We begin dying. We lose ambition. We lose energy. We lose motivation, right? Our bodies start to become harder to use, right? We can't move around as easily in our bodies, right? And so this will cause a level of depression because you are stagnant in your life, right? And you become stagnant in your life because your body isn't moving, and your body isn't moving, so it becomes still. It becomes stale and eventually stagnant. And the third thing is humans in general, we are made to work, right? We are made and designed to work our hardest. And so originally, work involved us actually using our bodies, us using our athleticism, right? Running to catch an animal, right? Using our ability to throw the spear well enough to hit the animal and kill it, right? We were made to work. We were made to be skilled. We were made to be physically fit, right? And able to really put in the effort, put in the work with that physical fitness, right? We didn't just have these bodies so they look nice, right? So we can attract women, right? We have these bodies so that we can actually produce work and put forth effort towards something that we want to create. So this is what I would like to get into, called the modern movement crisis. And this is something I just made up, but the modern movement crisis is what's happening right now, right? So modern humans are actually so comfortable with sitting down all day that we are in a position where there's an actual crisis associated, right? It is an actual crisis where the majority of people are sitting down for most of their day, and this is resulting in a level of depression, a level of societal depression that is hitting everybody, right? Not just one group of people, right? Obesity is an extreme issue, especially in America, but in general around the world right now, obesity has become an issue, right? It's become something that's actually common, which it was never supposed to be that way, right? And so we have that example, and then we have the example of bodybuilders who can't run, for example, because they're not stretching enough, right? They're just lifting, right? So we have a lot of different examples, and I'm not trying to diss any of these groups of people, but I'm using the example of the fact that we as humans, as a collective, we've gotten used to and comfortable with not moving and not exercising, right? The bodybuilder who works out in the gym but doesn't take 10 minutes to stretch after, right? He's hurting his body more than he's helping it, right? He's not breaking it down in a way that he can rebuild it. He's just breaking it, right? He's just breaking himself down. And so we need to understand that what we're doing, the choices that we're making, the choice that we're making to not exercise, right? The choice that we're making to not move as much as we possibly can, move our body as much as we possibly can, that choice is actually hurting us, and it is hurting everybody around us. It is hurting us as a collective, right? Because most people are currently making that choice to not exercise and instead work and by sitting down all day, right? And so we have most people living like this. We have most people becoming stagnant. We have most people becoming very depressed and unhappy with their lives, and we have most people not understanding why, right? But then we have a group of people who understands the importance of fitness, understands the importance of moving the body, and these people are perfectly fine. These people are perfectly happy. These people are perfectly healthy, right? And so we just take suit and say, oh, well, the people who are healthy, the people who are happy, the people who are doing well right now, what are they doing? Most of them already have their fitness in check, and that's what I'm here to talk about, is the fact that fitness is the foundation to all of that, right? Building your body up is the foundation to everything else that you want to do in life. So this is why I call it a crisis, because for people to be comfortable closing off their posture like this into a shrimp posture, right? For people to be comfortable doing this, for people to be used to doing this, right? To be consistently doing this, and for it to be okay, right? Closing off their posture, right? Closes them off as a human being. They're unable to express themselves. They're unable to breathe fully, right? They're unable to really feel comfortable in their body. They're unable to do the things they really want to do because their body might hurt, right? Their body might be cramping because of being still for so long, right? And so this causes a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, a lot of fear for a lot of people. Like literally being in your body and not knowing if you can get up because it'll hurt. That's ought to be scary, right? In my opinion, I think that would be very, very terrifying to experience. So it's sad to see, in my opinion, and that's why I'm talking about it. But it is a serious issue that is very overlooked, right? Movement itself is one of the most important things that we can do with our bodies. Right? Okay, so let me get into the actual points. So the shrimp posture, right? So the shrimp posture is this right here, right? When we are curled our backs forward, our necks are like this. We kind of look like a C shape up our bodies. And so there are many problems with this. The first thing is that it's really bad for your back. Like really, really bad for your back. And that's why a lot of people will get back pain later in life. It's horrible for your back. It's horrible for your ribs, right? So being hunched over like this all day can cause flared ribs, right? It can cause the ribs to actually expand. You cannot breathe fully when you are sat like this, right? And overall, like I said, it's bad for your posture. It's bad for your neck. Like it hurts. I've been doing it for a lot of this video. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been leaning in, right? And it hurts. It hurts the neck, right? It hurts my back. It hurts my lower back, right? And what I'm doing now is I'm tightening my core, making sure my core is fully tight so that it can hold my body up. It can support the rest of my body, and I can keep myself upright, right? See, the problem with the shrimp posture is that not only does it lower your ability to think clearly, right? It lowers your cognizance because you're down like this, and it lowers your confidence because you're down like this, right? You're looking at the ground, basically. You're walking around looking at the fucking ground, right? You should never be walking around looking down, right? You always want to be looking up. You always want to be scanning your surroundings, right? But in a lot of cases, and I'm talking about myself, I catch myself always like looking down at the ground all the time, and it's because I'm used to this posture of shrimp posture of just right, low, down. You want to be up, you want to be open, you want to be free, you want to be confident, right? So the other thing is breath. So when you are able to breathe fully all the way down the front of the body, and the front of the body is fully open, right? This is your full range of motion for your breath to go all the way down, filling up the stomach, filling up the lower, like almost your genitals fully with air, right? Filling up your entire stomach all the way down to your genitals, all the way into your lungs, and into, there's a small sac up here for air as well, so into your brain as well. So you want to be able to fill the entire front of the body with air, right? And you can't do this when you're shrimped out like that, right? And then the other thing is the fact that this limits our actual ability to fully like utilize the body and fully express ourselves, right? So when we are hunched over, when our body and our posture is closed off, we as a soul, we as a being become closed off, right? We actually retract within, right? But the opposite happens when we sit upright and we have full posture, right? Our energy is now being fully expressed outwards now, right? And so with the shrimp posture, when we're hunched over like this all the time, it kind of just retracts our energy. It makes us super suppressed, super almost depressed, right? And this is just because our body language determines our expression, right? Our body language is very, very important for how we feel and how we express ourselves. So if our body language is closed off and hunched over, right, we're like trying to almost hide ourselves, it looks like, even if we're not, even if that's just how we're comfortable sitting, right? It looks like we're trying to hide ourselves almost, and it feels like that to our body and to our soul, and our soul it can see that and is like, okay, well, let me relax now, let me go back in, he's coming in, I'm going in, right? So your body language will determine your ability to express yourself and your expression, like what that looks like for you, right? And so another thing is the effects on the brain sitting all day. So when we are sitting all day, our brains, even though we might be using our brains work best when they are exercised, right? When they are moving, right? So sitting all day can create stagnancy in the brain, and it can create almost a sense of, it's almost as if the brain freezes or pauses or halts, right? It stops its ability to continue working, right? And this happens when we sit for an extended period of time, and you'll know what I'm talking about, right? It feels like the crash, like the mental crash within the day, where your brain just kind of gives out. Your brain just stops working. It just feels like mush. It just feels like it's not going to produce what you need it to produce because you've worked it so hard without exercising it, right? So exercise helps the lymphatic drainage system function properly. Breath and air and circulation also helps with this, but it also helps with the brain's overall health and longevity, because exercising the body is what makes the brain healthy, right? The brain is still a part of the body, so the brain becomes healthy by exercising the body, right? These two are not separate. So if you aren't exercising the body, the brain is going to take a hit just as much as the body will. And then how it affects our bodies, when we become stagnant, when we become still and we become stiff, right? This is when we get things like back pain. This is when we have weak guts and our guts start to hang out, right? Like I said, our backs hurt, our neck might start to hurt, right? And this is just some pain, right? Things might start to get stiff as well when we're sitting all the time and we're not actively moving, when we're not actively exercising, right? We get stiff when we're not consistently exercising. Like if you're not exercising at all and you're sitting down all day, you'll get stiff, right? It'll be hard for you to stand up. When you do stand up and you want to start moving around, it'll be harder for you to do so because you're sitting so much and your legs and your muscles are becoming stiff. Your knees might start to get stiff and might start to hurt when you try to use them, right? And so it literally causes more pain in our bodies to sit down all day, even though like we'd think, well, we'd want to sit down all day because it's comfortable, right? It's good for rest, right? It allows us to rest. It's hard to stand up all day. If we're standing up all day like that, that's uncomfortable. And that's just not true. Well, it is true. It may be uncomfortable, but that discomfort is better for your body than it is to be sitting down. So how can we actually combat this? If you've made it 20 minutes into the video, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can actually combat this, right? And the first thing first is fucking get moving, right? So like go outside, go do some push-ups, go for a run, right? Pick something, go for a bike ride, right? Go swimming, do something, right? It doesn't really matter what you do, right? This isn't a fitness video. I'm not going to sit here and teach you how to get right in the gym, right? I'm literally just telling you to move. Like, go do something, right? I don't care what it is, right? Go play soccer with your brother or your sisters or siblings, whatever. Go hang out with some friends. Go hoop with some friends, right? Play some basketball, right? Go. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, is what I'm trying to get at. Like, just go do something, right? Go move. Go. If you have a pool, go in the pool. If you don't have a pool, just go outside and go for a run. Right? Like go run down the street. And it doesn't matter how far you go either. Like, just go for a run. Go for a short run. It can be like literally a 2-minute run, not even. You could run for 2 minutes and be like, holy fuck, I'm tired, and walk back and do it again tomorrow. Right? That's fine. But the important thing is just that you move your body. You need to move your body as much as you possibly can. And if you are just like, if this is the first time you're getting up in 6 years, right, and you've been sitting on your ass for the last 6 years, all right, I highly doubt anyone's been sitting on their ass for 6 years straight, but there could be some people here that have. The point is, if this is the first time you're really getting moving again, just start slow. Just do something small. Like, I literally just want you moving. I don't want you working out. I don't want you exercising. I don't want you hitting some big training session. Like, just go for a walk, right? Just go for a run. Go kick a ball, right? Go fucking do a backflip somewhere. I don't know, right? But move the body. And I'm going to give you examples of what you can do. So gym and calisthenics, right? So calisthenics, if you're new to fitness, you could just do push-ups, you could just do pull-ups, you could just start with the foundation work. But eventually you could really get into calisthenics, and if you follow through. So if you start slow and work your way up in calisthenics, right? This can completely counteract your problem, right? This is what we need to do. We need to get the body fit. We need to get the body working constantly, right? So if we create a routine where we're doing calisthenics daily, or maybe every other day, or a certain amount of times a week, do that consistently for like a couple of years, eventually we'll work our way up to a point where your body is going to be very, very healthy again. It's going to be easy to move your body again. You're going to feel good again, right? And this consistent movement is exactly what you need to counteract the problems of stillness and the problems of sitting all day. So the gym and the calisthenics kind of go hand in hand. They're the same thing pretty much, in my opinion. They do the same thing. They're just a different way of doing it. So the gym is the same thing. You can just get in the gym, just lift some weight, start easy, build up over time. And then if you get to a point where you're lifting heavy weight and you're going consistently, like, you're good, right? Your body is getting what it needs. It's getting the exercise that it needs, right? But even then, I always say, and people say 2 hours a day should be your max. I don't believe in that. I think we should exercise as much as humanly possible, which as much as humanly possible is literally all day pretty much. We as humans are made to work out and exercise all day long, and I will stand by this till the day I die. Sports are another thing. So you can pick any sport you want, just play the sport, right? So you can go and play basketball, you can go shoot some hoops, you can go take some shots on a goal, go play some soccer, right? Whatever, you just play a sport, right? You find a friend, you can go play with that friend. You can find a group of friends. You could find a team and go and play for a team so you can play more consistently. But just getting into sports, like if this is, I'm just trying to get you off your laptop and go outside right now, right? Like go kick a ball right now. But long term, what are some options? You like soccer? Let's get you on a team. Let's play some soccer more consistently. Let's play 2-3 times a week, right? Because then what will happen is you're consistently moving. Like I said, you're consistently getting that fitness work in. And so you'll start to feel great. Even while you are sitting down and working on your business, right? You're going to start to feel great. Walking, swimming, running, climbing, and biking, right? So these are all good cardio options. So you can literally just go outside and do some walking, do some running, right? Do some swimming, right? Again, it's just about moving the body, right? Aerobic exercises are fine. I believe it's aerobic. Aerobic is cardio, right? So aerobic exercises are great, right? So we're not really trying to, like I said, we're not trying to work the body. We're not trying to like perfect our fitness and do some big training session, right? We just want our body to move. We want our body to work, but not too much, right? We're just trying to move the body. We're trying to get movement. We're trying to get blood flow. We're trying to get like our heart rate up, but we're not trying to do some like intense training session where we're killing our body, right? So walking, swimming, running, climbing, and biking. These are all things that you could just go and you could do, and this will, each and every one of these will be great for your body, right? This will give you exactly what I am talking about and exactly what you need, which is that movement and that flow of blood and energy through the body to be able to heal, to be able to like break down the dead cells, right? Break down all of that like stagnant energy, all that stiffness in the body, and really start to build the body back up. And then the last thing is stretching and yoga. So stretching and yoga is another perfect form of movement, especially for those who become stiff. If you do notice that you're stiff and that's one of the problems you're struggling with, right? Stretching and yoga will be perfect for you, right? It will stretch the body back out. It will break down these stiff muscle fibers and then rebuild them with more flexible ones, right? And then same thing with yoga, right? Stretching and yoga kind of go hand in hand in my opinion. But yeah, so that's all I have for the video. If you guys enjoyed, you can press subscribe to check out any of my other content. And if you're still watching, go and make sure you join that free Skool community, and you can book a call with me right under that. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace.